Gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Homebrew Wednesday with Mike, Beer Addicted. Today, we're going to be tasting a little treat that I picked up at the store. I thought it was a fun combination, something that I personally wouldn't have pieced together, which usually attracts my eye, considering if I don't think the flavors would go together, then I definitely want to taste what that would be to understand why I was wrong and why someone might have thought to include these two flavors together, or whether it's actually bad and they made a mistake. The beer in question is Lime et Framboise from La Barberie. It's a cooperative brewery in Quebec. I'm trying to see if it actually has a name. It's a very seasonal beer. It is a pale ale on wheat, much like a lot of the breweries, as I said. There goes the dryer, very loud. Much like a lot of the breweries in Quebec are wheat beers. This is a pale ale, so I'm assuming that there will be a little bit of bitterness that might maybe cut the acidity of the lime, maybe add a nice little twist on the strawberry. I'm sure the strawberry wheat characters will work well together, so will lime and wheat. But it's the lime and strawberry that I'm really wondering how it's going to work together. I'm having a huge blank whether framboise actually means strawberry or raspberry in French. Starting to second guess myself. What are we dealing with right now? Hold on, I'm going to grab my phone and I'm going to be right back with the right answer, and I feel really stupid right now. I made a mistake. It is raspberry. I knew something was wrong in that mix. I'm staring at the word framboise and I'm like, why am I saying strawberry? That doesn't make any sense. But then I started second guessing myself and whatever. So this brewery has existed since 1999. There's not really anything else that it says. It says that they're proposing to you a pale ale with a nice pink to orange color, with a aroma enveloped in raspberries and enhanced with flavors of lime to offer you a very special treat, essentially. So I'm curious, like I said, I'm expecting the flavors to play off each other, at least the wheat and the fruit, but I really want to know how the fruits will play off each other. So I have this nice little snifter here, and we're going to pour it in here. The beer is quite, well, it's not warm, but it's definitely like chilled to the absolute most minimal sense. I wanted to get in a small glass that I could see, maybe not the right style for this particular, wow. Right away I get the pale ale aromas, quite intensely. A nice, wow, it definitely smells like a pale ale, completely. I mean, I would never, at this exact moment, I would never have picked up the fruit esters like I did the pale ale characteristics just now. I mean, the second I opened it, I poured it, I got that. The color is very reminiscent of a pale ale. It's darker than I would have thought. They said a pink orange in a glass. I mean, this is a very wide glass, so you know it might be a little bit deceiving. But I mean, this looks like almost dark orange to me. The head dissipated really fast. I'm hoping that wasn't because of a dirty glass. The bubbles and head seem to be quite not thick, you've heard me call in previous videos big bubbles more than anything. And okay, let's go in for a little bit of more of the nose. Oh no, I'm getting first of all a lot of sense that I would get in a homebrewed pale ale, because there's a little bit of that stale hop character. I don't know how else to call it. There's that, not cardboardy, but like, I think it's more that a Band-Aid characteristic. I mean, it sounds worse than it actually is. It's not strong, but there's definitely something off in the aroma. I don't get any fruit, like, whatsoever at the moment. See if I can give it a little bit more of a swoosh around here. Stir up some of those characters. No, I'm really just, this actually smells a lot like some of the first beers I ever made. Okay, we're just gonna dive right in. I'm getting, in terms of hop actual characteristics, I'm getting more of the sweeter floral characteristics. A small amount of spice, maybe a tinge of pine, but very sweet, very malty. Again, very characteristic of a pale ale. They're doing a great job at that style category. As of right now, let's go in for a taste. Okay, full disclosure, I really don't enjoy this beer. I'm not one to rush into saying something like that, but if we were at a tasting and I had to decide between many beers and the first taste was the first impression I got, first of all I just get bitterness. No sweetness. Very dry finish. No fruit. No fruit. Okay, I need to calm down a little bit. I think I'm getting ahead of myself, but I was very surprised at that. The smell was deceiving compared to the lack of sweetness, the bitterness behind this, especially for a pale ale. I was worried that the pale ale character might get lost and it might turn into some genre of IPA. I think my worst fear is coming true with this beer, considering the reason I bought it was the fruit mix. Let's go in for another taste. We're not going to do a mouthfeel yet. I want to see if I can get that first impression. Let's try to recover something from that. You know, I think the flavor that's playing off, that's making it more bitter, is whatever they're calling the lime, and I'm going to put that in quotations again, lime. It's the equivalent of biting into an orange and calling it orange when really you're just eating the rind and all you're left with is that bitter character in your mouth. I'm sure you know what I mean if you've ever bitten the peel off an orange and then you're left with that that bitter taste in your mouth. That's why this tastes so bitter, because I'm kind of doing the same thing with the lime. Not to mention the fact that it tastes like it's from a squeeze bottle that you buy with a pre-made juice extract. I don't taste any raspberry, not even a little bit. Maybe when I do the mouthfeel I'll get something. I do understand that there is some reminiscence of lime in here, but doesn't taste natural. I mean, doesn't taste like the part that I would personally want to describe as lime. Let's go in for a mouthfeel. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but it's just it's too dry and it's too bitter. I need a little bit more of a malty mouthfeel for me to call this a proper pale ale. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm not even getting the usual wheat characters that I do from this genre of beer. That's the plus about this beer, is that they've managed to keep the wheat character at somewhat of a low, but I mean, I could still taste it in that it's playing off the bitterness, but they don't play well together. And the lime is just adding to that, because it's not the sweet or acidic part of the lime. It's just like a bitter. It's as if the peels were boiled for way too long. I don't know what it is. I mean, there's not much, and it's so dry. The finish is extremely dry. I mean, I'm parched right now, but I don't want to drink this beer to satisfy my thirst. I'm not usually this harsh on a beer, but when you're gonna label something like lime and raspberry, make it lime and raspberry. I mean, come on. What are we living in? What is this? I thought we were living in some kind of a society that, you know, didn't market false advertisements. Haha. I mean, whatever. I'm still gonna drink this beer. Well, you know, most of it at least. Maybe I'm drinking it too warm. Maybe this is supposed to be colder. I don't know what it is, but I mean, I'm disappointed for sure. I was really excited to try this flavor combination. I was expecting jam-packed raspberries and lime flavor, and I'm left with kind of stale, crusty lime peel on some hops in carbonated water. with orange food coloring. Oh well, I'm gonna stop hating on this beer. I'm definitely gonna try something very soon with lime. I've been avoiding it for a while. I don't want to do anything with lime because I just hate the idea of it makes me think of Bud Light Lime, and I'm very stubborn with these things, and I don't want to. But I think I'm gonna make like a 5 citrus beer. I think that I've made really good orange wheat beers in the past. I want to add in definitely some grapefruit, some lime, some lemon, and maybe I could get some blood oranges or something in there to get the color like a really nice, almost like the darkest orange possible. I'm gonna try something like that. I will not add raspberries to lime. I still don't see any correlation, and this hasn't. Not that there has to be correlation in home brewing or beer in general, but I thought that tasting this would show me the benefit of like doing something like that, but as the disappointment, I mean, in the end, maybe I should take the fact that this beer wasn't, in my opinion, made properly and try to remake it and see if I can do something better. I will probably, if that is the case, if I decide to do that, I will probably go buy another bottle, keep it somewhere nice and cold until the day where I can pair them side by side, and then I can, ask myself, whoever's tasting it with me, which one they would actually call a lime raspberry pale ale. So thank you for watching. This has been a fun little experiment. Unfortunately, the beer didn't turn out as I thought. I thought it would be a little bit more fun. I thought we'd talk about, future homebrew experiments. But we'll get to that another day when I try something cooler or actually end up doing this experiment. So have a great week, guys. Happy Homebrew Wednesday. It's been a pleasure as always. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and seriously, comment or send me emails or something. Let me know what you want to see. I'll get it out to you. I've got a lot going on right now. Very, very busy, but still sending out these videos because I love you guys, and I want to share the education. That's what I'm about. And I want to teach, I want people to learn, I want people to understand what they're drinking. That's my mission. Okay, have a good one. See you next week. Ciao for now.